Folks, welcome to our second Oh My God moment. Kirsty, do you want to tell people what we're looking at today?
I do, but I just want to mention this is, I think, take six,
Yeah.
and then it was my fault. Right, so,
Yeah.
okay, we're
You're
going to go to
distracting me.
Word. So we're in Word. So just to give you a few hints, tips, and tricks that you may not be aware of. So first of all, I've got some text here, and I have to say I love it. Do you use this search bar, Mark,
I
at
don't
the
know,
top?
Kirsty, because you're not sharing your screen.
Aren't I? I
No.
did. Perhaps I need some training.
Yeah,
Do you
maybe.
think?
Yeah, possibly.
Perhaps I do.
And also,
So let me share my screen.
I wonder where people are thinking Word and Oh My God moments. I bet some people are going to be surprised. I know what you're going to show. I know there's some magic you're going to show. But I think some people will be surprised.
Okay.
Okay,
Can
so
you see my screen
yes,
now?
I can. Well done, Kirsty.
What can I say? Okay, let's get started. I think it was your hair, it put me off. Right, so let's go back to that previous question. Search. Do you use the search bar, Mark, at the top
Uh,
of the screen?
can't be honest, not very often.
Oh my golly, don't you? Okay, so search to me obviously is search for a keyword or keywords, and loads of people use it for this, but you can do so much more. And what is good about this, it is generic functionality. And what I mean by that is you can use this in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and so on. So if I go to search, and if I typed in the word, just for this example, video, that's now finding anything it can find in the whole of Word with the word video. So you'll notice it's found some functionality called online videos. But what it's also done is found in the document that it's found the word video for results. Now, if I select that, what that will do is to come up with a rail, a ribbon, a toolbar, a pane, whatever you want to call it, but a pane comes up here on the left-hand side. And what it will do is to now show me all of those 4 instances it's found of the word video. Now, just for this example, we've made it a little bit easier and it's all in one paragraph, but it could be that it's over across a whole document and there could be multiple pages to that document. But you'll notice also here on the right, it highlights that word in yellow. If I do select any one of these in the left-hand pane, that will then literally highlight that word video within the document. Now, I like that. So for searching, really good. I don't tend to use the old-fashioned search replace icon that you used to find on the home ribbon.
Oh, is that like the Control and F that you could just click?
Yeah, you can use Control F, but also in your home, you used to have the search and replace button that a lot of people used to use, which is still there, which is on the editing ribbon. You can see that I'm pointing it out, that one, Mark. But I don't use that anymore. But let me go a step further because we've talked about the search bar at the top, but let's say, for example, and I'm sure it happens to you, Mark, as well, although you probably won't admit it, you know when you're looking for an icon and you just can't find it and you
No,
can't remember what
no,
ribbon it's in?
no. Don't know what you're talking about.
No, exactly. And you're on a call with somebody and you look a right wally because
No.
you just can't remember for the life of you where the icon is. But no, it didn't happen to you. It happens to me. You can now type in the search bar that word or that icon name to find it. So for example, if I start typing in table, let's say I'm looking for table of contents, what that would do is to find all of the functionality it can find in Word or Excel or PowerPoint, depending what application I'm in, but with that word table. So here you can see I've now got my table of contents. I can now see that I've got an arrow pointed to the right and it's going to give me all the functionality of that particular function. I can't explain how brilliant this search bar is and people don't use it enough.
Yeah, I wonder whether there's a bit of a legacy thing going on there. I like keyboard shortcuts, and I always do the Control and F to find stuff. And I wonder if that's
Okay.
just kept me from using that bar a little bit. But I do really like that from the finding functionality point of view because I would probably go the long way if I couldn't find something
Yeah.
and go just searching around on the bars. But yeah, I
Yeah.
really like that.
Yeah. You can even type in silly things like if I typed in the word, it's not a good example. Like I'm not going to be able to find one now. But what it will also do is you can type in a particular word, and if it can't find anything on it, it will then also give you the definition of the word, and it might
Oh,
also
okay.
give you links to it on the web.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So do have a look. It's really, really handy.
Yeah. Okay, so Kirsty, we had a bit of a hiccup, so you might sound a bit different, but let's carry on and see what we've got.
Okay, so hopefully you can see this text. Now, I know that you like this one.
Yes, I do.
Um, You do. And to be fair to you, you do say, oh, I know this. Kirsty showed me. And I have to say, I've known this for quite a number of years and I use it all the time. So you imagine when you've got a numbered list and you want to move the text around your list. And normally when you do that, your numbering goes out of sync, or it may be the case it puts extra returns in or extra spaces and it becomes really annoying. So what you can do is you can use shortcut keys. Now, I'm not a real advocate of shortcut keys. I think there's some that are really useful, but I don't use loads of them. But this one's fab. So let's imagine I want to move this word mouse up and down my list. Yes, I can cut and paste, but it's what I class as faff. So what I can do is I can click anywhere on this line of text, and using my left hand, I'm going to press Alt and Shift on my keyboard. Then using my right hand, I'm going to use up and down arrow. And what you will see is that will literally move my text up and down that list, but keeping all my numbering in sync. But what a lot of people don't realise is that you can also do that with text. So if I wanted to highlight, let's say, this paragraph of text, again, I can do Alt Shift up and down arrow and I can move that text around. You can do it with pictures. You can even go into Insert Table. I could create a table, and let's say I've just got some numbers in here. Then what I can do is I can do Alt Shift up and down arrow, and I can move that also around in tables. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. And you love that one.
Yeah,
Mark,
I love it. Think about when you're doing presentations, your slide decks, and you're just juggling stuff around, or whole paragraphs. It's one of my, I think maybe a year ago you showed me that. It's one of my favourite keyboard shortcuts. And when you said about faff, it doesn't mess up your numbering. You don't get in all extra spaces in there. I love it. It's absolutely one of the easiest. If you take nothing else from this, folks, make a mental note of that. Just remind people what the keys are. Kirsty?
Alt, Shift, and up and down arrow.
Right, so I press the Alt key with my thumb, I press the Shift key with my finger, and then I just go up and down with my other hand and move it about. Beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. That's really useful. Just a couple of quick ones because I am considering that we're running ahead of time. But you should see on your home ribbon, you've also got reuse files. Now, we've always had that in PowerPoint, but I don't think people use it enough in Word. So let's imagine you've got a file in another Word document, or a colleague has put something on OneDrive and there's some text at a particular page that you also think would be useful in your document. You can go to reuse files and you can also use that. So have a look at reuse files and you can use that one. Have you used that before?
No,
Mark?
no, that's probably one for the folks to have a play with. So Kirsty's not going to go into the detail of that, I don't think, are you? So
No.
have a little play of that, because who knows what's going to open up if she clicks it. But
Last one.
go and have
Do you
a look
want
at
one
that.
more?
Yeah, let's have one more. It's a quick session this time, but we're going to do a whole load of these. So let's just keep it nice and short.
Okay, the last one is, and again, I really like this, and again, this is generic, that it works in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and other applications, but here on your top of your title bar, you'll notice this document at the moment just says document saved. Now, because it's saved automatically, for example, I've set it so it's saving on my OneDrive, what I can do, where it's got documents saved with a down arrow, if you click, what a lot of people aren't aware of, you can now change the file name, you can change the location of that file, and what you can also do is you can change the version history. So if, for example, Mark and I are showing a document and we're collaborating on a document and Mark's made a complete mess up of that document, which can happen on a regular basis, then what we can do is we can go into version history. So rather than you having to go into OneDrive online, rather than having to go into SharePoint in order to find that file to go into version history, we can now do it in the document itself. We can now do it in the workbook itself. Just select on the title bar, select the file name at the top, go into version history. You can open different versions and you can also restore versions. Have to say, I love that one too, Mark.
Yep, super useful. Also, just while you're on that screen there, quite often people will create a new file. So click that drop down again for me. Oops, so now go back.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, do drop down. You'll create a new document and you'll save it, and it's just called document. Right at this point, this is the best point to change its name, so you don't have to then go back in and rename it afterwards.
Absolutely. So I could put Kirsty document if I could spell.
Kirsty Dope, does that say?
Yeah.
And
My,
I don't mean in the cool way. All right,
I'll consider
Kirsty.
myself dope.
So Kirsty, we've shown people three things there, and I think was it four? I think it's four, wasn't it? And they're all really nice things. Um, should we leave it at that? So we keep these nice and
Yeah.
short. I want you to have to think about Kirsty about what you're going to show next time, because there's so many amazing things I've seen you show other people. So, folks, that brings us to the end of our second oh my god moment, where we covered Microsoft Word. Feel
Yeah.
free to comment in the section below, or if there's something that you want us to go into in a bit more depth, go to the bottom of the video and pop that in there. But for now, Kirsty, do you have anything else to say to the people?
I don't, other than hopefully you'll get a haircut
I
soon.
get my hair cut every 2 weeks. It just doesn't look very different. Folks, and on that hair shaming that I've been subjected to, we're done. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.